hope is important because it can make the present moment less difficult to bear. If we believe that tomorrow will be better, we can bear a hardship today. A quote by Thich Nhat Hanh. In Japan, Sadako was 2 years old when the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. The impact of explosion blew Sadako out of her bedroom window, and she very nearly died. Though she survived the blast, the radiation eventually gave her cancer, and doctors said that she wouldn't live longer than a year. Sadako's story so far might sound like a tragedy, but it is actually a story of hope. There is an ancient Japanese folktale that anyone who successfully folds 1000 paper planes would be granted a wish. Sadako's only wish was to survive, and so she folded her very first origami plane. Sadako's condition worsened over time and she eventually ran out of paper. But this didn't discourage her or stop her from making planes. Without paper, she started using medicine wrappers and waste paper pieces from garbage to reach her goal. Some of the planes she made were so small that she needed tweezers to make the folds. Sadako died at the age of 12 on the morning of October 25, 1955, less than a year after she was diagnosed with an illness. She had only folded 644 planes. Before she passed, her family gathered around the bed and requested her to eat something. She asked for tea and rice, and her mother hurried off to get it for her. She took a spoonful of the rice, and after eating it, Sadako said, "It's good." She took a second spoonful and passed away as if falling asleep. Those were her last words. Sadako's story illustrates how hope can fuel your desire to survive even when circumstances are depressing. Most importantly, her story reminds us that hope is not about outcome, but about taking each day as it comes and living with optimism instead of despair. While hope might not have saved Sadako from her death, it did at least make each day of her suffering more manageable. Hope gave her a goal to reach. It gave her something to live for. The act of making planes occupied her mind to the point that she was spared the long and torturous road of dwelling on the negative. Instead of thinking about how she was going to die, Sadako spent her days believing that she would survive if she only made enough planes. This feeling of hope was so powerful that when she passed away, she managed to do it without fear and pain. Instead, she embraced the present moment and enjoyed her last meal while surrounded by family. In this modern world we live in, it's too easy to fall into the trap of feeling like there is nothing to hope for anymore. You don't have to look very far to bear witness to all the suffering that's in the world, and often we can identify with that suffering because we can feel it within ourselves. There is always the lingering thought that the road of life is booby-trapped with misfortune. Hope gives us a chance to escape the poisonous thought processes that accompany our dark times and try to see the light instead. Whenever we are confronted with a situation, it is entirely up to us how we interpret it. In other words, everything that happens in our life is neutral until we assign a negative or positive polarity to it. If we are presented with a negative situation, instead of painting it black, we should learn to see how good can come from it. All experiences in life, both good and bad, have great potential inbuilt in them to teach you something, and it is often the bad times that have the most to teach. I hope you have understood the essence and message of this story. We will be very happy if this story brings any change in your life. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked the story, then please subscribe our channel, like and share the video. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna.